I guess my first reaction to the script was I was surprised and grateful that it had been transcribed so well from the book because I had already read the book and loved it. So often the script doesn't do the book justice, I find. But I mean, obviously, having Steve be in control of everything made everything really great. And the script just, I think it really aptly put, every piece from the book that really felt great into the script. So it's just, I didn't feel like anything at all was missing. I was such a big fan of the book that when it was a story and it came out, I mean, I immediately knew that I wanted to do it and that I could do it so well because I connected with it so much. And so, I mean, the chance to be a part of it, and to have it put on film and to be part of that group and that experience, I knew that it was something that I had to do and was going to fight for until until I could really prove to Steve that, I was the right one for it. Mary Elizabeth, when we first meet her, I think she's sitting with her best friend Alice. She's such a complex character, and I mean, I really relate to her so much. She sort of has, she's kind of punky and goth, and has this sort of angry exterior, but she's also a Buddhist, so she feels the connection to the world and life, and she sort of teaches Charlie about that also, and so I mean, there's all these elements to her. It's so nice to not have a character that's flat. I mean, it's like, especially I think when you're young and you're a teenager, you're so capable of doing anything and you're figuring all these things out and what you want to be. And so oftentimes it happens in this weird like amalgamation of like contradicting things and things that are strange combinations, but that's what makes it interesting because that's when you're young, you just want to be everything and feel everything that you're feeling. And so it's great to see it sort of come out in one person who's so incredibly opinionated that she tries to do everything and be everything. And and it's great. It's really fun. Charlie is sort of, a shy, especially when we first meet him. He's very shy. I think he feels smaller than everyone else and a little bit more misunderstood. A lot of times kids can be insensitive and especially not really considerate of other people's feelings. And I think Charlie is like, especially on the other end of that spectrum. He's very emotionally intuitive and cares so much about the people around him and the things around him and the life around him that he's so sensitive about everything. And it's really beautiful to see, but it's a hard place to fit into when you're in high school and you're a kid and not everybody's really thinking about those things. At first, Mary Elizabeth and Charlie don't really, I mean, they're friends and they love each other a lot. And, Charlie kind of talks about how she's a lot to handle and kind of confusing, but, he loves her and she loves him. But there's sort of a moment where Mary Elizabeth kind of realizes that she might be attracted to him and kind of thinks he's cute and, decides to ask him out on a date. Steven's, an amazing guy. I mean, you can tell just by reading the book that, you're going to be in good hands and the script. I mean, it's so sensitive and so understanding and sweet and kind that, that's really who he is. And it just makes it a lot easier to trust any of the decisions that he makes because you know that his intentions are pure and good and he's so invested in it, and so are all the other people that are involved. So it's like you're all really working towards making this movie as best as you can.